Phil, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
What is the one big disruption that you saw last year?
I think the biggest disruption was the real onset of automation and robotic process automation that really got injected into the services industry.
How do you think things will change in the current year?
They've changed massively because a year ago people couldn't really figure out how to embrace it, what was it. Now I think we've seen something like 150 deployments over the last 12 months. It's become a table stake in the offering suite for a service provider, and it's very much on the minds of a C-level executive to drive an automation strategy across the organization, and it's something which is really dominating a lot of conversations right now.
How do you see things changing from a leadership point of view?
From a leadership point of view, I think we're seeing a real focus at the C-level to drive change, do it more disruptively, a lack of patience that they used to have to get things done. And so I do think that there's a bit more of an exasperation on middle management to expedite the wishes of the senior management. So I think we'll start to see enterprises look at bringing in more transformational leadership, people who understand digital, who understand automation, who understand how to align things more effectively. But we have to remember that digital disruption is not really about technology first. It's about a business transformation that's then enabled by digital tools and technology. And automation is a very important part of that because it's the building blocks of building an infrastructure that you can really get better quality, faster data from.
So what is the impact that you see this having on business models as well as on jobs?
On jobs, it's very interesting because we're seeing, for example, quite a few senior level folks coming onto the job market, particularly in the last year, who are very experienced, but their skill sets are not very well aligned for new jobs, and they're still on the job market. At the same time, those same companies who let those people go now have job requirements that they can't fill. They're looking for people with automation capability, data science capability, digital understanding, design capability, that sort of thing. So we're getting to a cycle, maybe not dissimilar from 30 years ago, where you've got a misalignment of skills that are being supplied in the market and the needs of companies today to fulfill them.
What is the impact that you see disruption having on business planning?
On business planning? Well, I think you have to, as an executive, you need to explore the capabilities of digital to your organization and understand when to bring it into the organization, how to address it, how to roll it out. And I think it's really created an opportunity for the service providers and the third parties. I think the C-suite are much more open to externalizing their talent and their help. And I think it's created a great potential to maybe look at partnering more outside of the organization to bring in those skills, those digital, those analytic skills to make you more effective.
Would that make plans relevant or irrelevant?
I think they add to plans. I think as if a business plan is about creating a desired outcome, a technology is about how can you enable technology to maybe help you achieve those outcomes more effectively or faster or smarter or better. So I do think they're well aligned.
Which is the one sector that you see will get most impacted by disruptions in 2016?
I think the healthcare sector. I think there's so much capability and potential with personalized medicine, health data, wearables, things like that. And I think that whole industry is being disrupted, but in a good way, in a way that we're getting better data, better capabilities, better information, that sort of thing.
All right, Phil. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure. You are welcome.